Federal judge made the Trump administration's attempt at Medicaid reform a little more difficult.
Obamacare expanded Medicaid, added 15 million more people on it. Kentucky and Arkansas and other states are saying, hey, we need to save Medicaid. We need to basically put work requirements in it. A D.C. federal judge said, no, you can't do work requirements in Kentucky and Arkansas. So this judge is pushing back on the Trump White House, which wants work requirements for Medicaid.
Because they said it was aimed for low-income and disabled people. You can't put work requirements in that situation. It's a violation of the original intent.
No, but people who can work are on Medicaid. That's what the Trump White House is saying.
Okay.
So it's an ideological battle right now.
Obamacare expanded Medicaid.
Correct.
And now we're saying, oh, you can't in these two states, you can't impose work requirements. That's not going to happen.
That's
right?
correct.
OK. Come back in, Lili Valletta, who's been in the healthcare industry for a long time. You say that Obamacare didn't work. So my question is, what do you want in its place? What can we have? What we're going to get?
Well, let's take a step back. And a lot of people don't realize this. When you look at the U.S. versus 10 of the most industrialized nations, we rank last in healthcare. It's the most expensive. We pay 3 times more than our fellow friends in the UK.
Yep.
And outcomes are actually worse. So this is a systemic issue. When the president is saying we need to fix it, you can put it a label and call it Obamacare, but the U.S. healthcare is the worst amongst industrialized nations.
So how do you fix it?
Oh, there's so many aspects of it. So on the cost side, right, if you expand it and make it available for all, but you do it at the expense of more paperwork and regulation for the providers, that is going to make it more expensive for them to run. Therefore, it won't make sense.
That
there
won't
will
work.
be a bottom line over here.
So Medicare for all doesn't work.
Unless there are incentives for employers or providers to innovate. And you know how innovation happens? With competition. When you have open options, people are forced to have a better price and a better offering than others, and that is how you fix it. And the other final thing that a lot of people don't realize is 40% of patients happen to be minorities in this country. That's just shifting demographics. It's not a political thing. They get 40% worse outcomes. So if we don't handle an inclusive approach to healthcare, we're going to continue to grow into an unhealthy nation. So there is inclusion, there is complexities in the provider area, and then there is also how you incentivize value-based medicine where you are actually reimbursing when there are good outcomes, because right now it keeps getting more expensive. We throw more money at it, but people are not getting healthier.
I see your point.
It's a big, complicated ecosystem.
It's huge. I mean, if it's as bad as your statistics suggest, and I've no reason to argue with you.
It's Journal of American Medicine and other powers that be.
I just don't see how in a couple of years you can turn the whole thing around. I just don't see how you can do it.
So right now we're arguing, and the president said it from the Oval Office, the Republicans are going to be the party of health care. You know, this is not a Republican or a Democratic issue. It is broken. Obama tried to do something with Obamacare, but this systemic issue of us giving people access but still having a bad outcome is going to continue to make it a compounding effect that will be bad for all.
I understand. Not good. Lili Valletta, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.